Previously on Drone Wars.
So every single day it's a new challenges.
As usual, in normal weather, we spend more than 12 hours in air.
If you want to be professional, if you want to be knowledgeable, you need to train all the time. Because flight itself, it's a final point. That's more like getting information, putting it together, check the solution, bring the solution, test the solution. So that's the point when you bring in all your knowledge together, and that's basically like final exam.
What have been the biggest changes in drone warfare or in the war in general in the last, 1 to 2 years from when you started?
As I told, the smarted one are alive, and their possibility to hide in that howitzer or some other vehicles.
Yeah.
For example, maybe it was 10 days ago, our guys found in the night tank, and one of them said, "It's a tank." 3 of them said, "No, it's a building." And they put some construction tank.
Yeah.
And it stayed near the building.
Yep.
In the village. So it looks like как это будет?
Could be some small build.
Yeah, so and no engine, no strikes.
Yep.
But the third one saw just a little part of barrel.
And so then how did you guys make the decision? Oh, what did you do? Did you attack it?
Yes, we destroyed it.
And it was a tank.
Yes.
What did you guys, and I'm going to maybe find the video that I've seen that I think I have an idea of what you're talking about.
But we saw it in months before in another position when they fueled their tanks.
Interesting.
So we decided that it probably in few days would come to frontline. So should pay more attention for these structures.
And so, was it at night or during the day?
It was at night.
So at night, and you were still able to decide that this was a similar structure.
Yes.
I mean, this has got to be based on hours and hours and then other experiences that you've had. So it's almost like you build the knowledge of what this could be. Why did you decide to attack it? You had one person saying it was, and you had 3 people who was not. Did you just say, okay, let's try it?
No. They made second attempt.
Okay.
And played risky game.
Okay.
With too low altitude.
Okay.
And another angle of view.
Okay.
So they determined that it was tank.
Interesting. So they're like, okay, let's check it from another angle.
Yes, from another altitude.
Okay. Very interesting. How often are you seeing that type of hiding or disguise? All the time.
All the time.
All the time. What's the most impressive one you've seen?
Most impressive, it was howitzer in the forest.
Okay.
When we saw that bushes go out.
Okay.
And it was like doors.
Yeah.
Like yes, with all bushes, trees, and it opened. Howitzer shut it.
Like that?
Something like. I will show you.
Maybe you could send me.
Yeah. Structures.
Yeah.
And after that, it closed.
It closed.
We saw it on Mocho's position, but never on howitzer. It was maybe in the beginning of this summer.
Okay.
That's how we found a couple of mortars. Because basically, in a tree line,
yep,
you need to like open space to lodge it, right?
Yeah.
So what Russian did, they tied the rope to a couple of branches, and they tightened it up. So basically, there's a door.
It's incredible.
And then they releasing it, open the door,
shoot the motor, close it.
Yep. And the only way how to figure it out where it's shot it from, because like it's not a tank, it's not going to be a bunch of like a smoke coming out or something like that. When you see the tree movement of the wind,
It's a bad move.
Attached one, gonna move different.
Yes. And so it's finding the little details.
Yes.
That's
The very small changes.
one of
Your eyes should be prepared to this.
Yeah. Do you
And,
think you've gotten better? Do you think you're starting to see, if you're looking at the screen all day long, do you find these more often?
No.
Let's see.
For long because you'll be tired.
Sure.
And
Sure.
As usual, we supposed to change our guys near the screen.
Yeah. How many hours?
As usual, one flight, and the second one another pair.
Interesting.
it's more like, I would say, not getting better, but trying to analyze what's going on. Because a bunch of Russians start hiding, not in the building, but under the building.
Okay.
They start digging into the concrete, under the concrete, and hiding there.
Right.
The only thing how you can figure it out, you can see a bunch of not topsoil, so not dark one.
Of course.
But you can see the, how do you call it? Basically, it's clay soil. Sure. Under it.
Yeah.
So they need to wring it out.
Right.
So you can see a bunch of clay soil.
So it's like it'll all be brown and then it'll be red.
Yeah, exactly. And there's like so many examples of that, like unreasonable thing that you can see.
Yeah.
And like, sometimes the Russians taking like somebody's houses to stay in.
Mhm.
And some old people still live there. And you always, in a battle, you're close to the civilians.
Yeah.
Who decide to not leave.
Sure.
And the main story, how to figure it out, where's the enemies, where's the civilians. Civilians who live there, who own this building or own this house, will never leave a trash
Near the
on the driveway.
Was it your house? And then, but if you're only in it for a week or a day, you don't care. You throw your interesting. So these are the little details. Again,
That's like good examples, like how to figure it out.
And if we're talking about forest, you never see strict lines in nature.
no straight lines in nature. That's very true. So if you start seeing straight lines, there's probably something there. And then you guys go investigate.
Yes.
And then you decide artillery, FPV, maybe you drop your own bomb, whatever you have. Okay. Interesting. So it's gotten a lot harder.
Yeah.
A lot harder.
They train, they learn.
Yeah.
Well, so
Right. Humans are amazing, right?
One of the biggest mistakes from our side was too many guys thought that Russians are stupid.
Okay.
It was the biggest mistake. All their stupid was killed maybe were killed in Bakhmut, in some other, and it was all of them were infantries,
Sure.
not operators, not artillery, and they make crazy things.
Right. So they keep innovating, and there are smart people, obviously, on the other side. So you have to respect it in a sense. Maybe, like they will keep innovating or they will keep getting better. Is that fair?
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. You better to be prepared for the good opponent than underrespect it and be surprised.
What's something that the Russians have done that has taken you guys by surprise?
For me, it's still a big surprise how sacrificial they, in terms of their infantry,
Yeah.
they can sacrifice so many lives in terms of like get 1 square
It's incredible.
yard, meter, or whatever, send bunch of troops in same direction. It's like, and another thing, they calling us brothers. We are family. They call us, right?
Mhm.
But still they hitting the SEAL centers, they hitting SEAL buildings, and they don't give a, I'm sorry, what they hitting about.
Yeah.
So like how it works together in one brain, in one head, that's your brother, but you can shoot straight into the village.
Yeah.
Or like you definitely know that already like 300 guys went in that direction and no one get back.
Right.
and you are next, and you're still going.
Right.
That's why for me, that's the biggest surprise, because manner of your own safety and you're taking care of your life or your like soldiers, it's absolutely different level, and it's crazy.
Does it when you see that level of death and injury, do you kind of like wonder how are they willing to do this? Do you know what I mean? If you're saying they're just throwing infantry at a very small thing and they're doing it in waves, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, at a certain point, do they say enough? I mean,
I don't think so.
no.
Probably, I think that the situation is next. During the assault movements, they have percentage maybe 50 on 50 to be killed or not to be killed. If they wouldn't like to do it, they will be killed by the officers.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay. So it's either you die here or maybe you survive. 50%. Not good odds, boys.
Because I saw too many times and several areas from our streams, wave to wave. And I know one area, one tropinka. Well, one small way, which was used to them for 67 days. 15 people. It's like straight line.
Okay.
Here is a machine gun and here is machine gun from our side. 67 days. 15 people, 15 people, 15 people.
That's terrible. And I'm sure they can see the bodies that are there while they're running or going, yeah. What's the most impressive technology they've shown you guys or you've seen in the last couple of years?
They good at UE.
Yes, they good in EW.
Electronic warfare, that's probably the only thing they call themselves second army in the world.
Yeah.
That's probably EW and electronic warfare thing in general. That's probably the truth. In that term, they are number 2. Their UAV are good.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else, yeah, not really.
Guiding bombs.
It's just the bombs. They have it. It's not what they. It's not a rocket science. They don't bring nothing new, but they have a quantity of
Lots of them.
Modernized it.
Yeah.
But UAV it's really, and they have specific tactics of using it, and it's really terrible for us.
Drone Wars is recorded from Firestorm's global HQ in San Diego. From our custom-built studio inside one of our hero products, a modular industrial-grade manufacturing facility designed to be deployed anywhere in the world within 24 hours for on-demand drone production. Each week on the podcast, we bring you cutting-edge insights from top industry leaders, sharing the breakthroughs and technologies they're working on, the hard lessons they've learned, and bold predictions that they have for the next 5 to 10 years in autonomous systems and advanced manufacturing. Enjoying the show so far? Then be sure you like and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Now, back to the show.
So maybe this is a good time to talk about the fiber optic, right? What we see, at least in the media and what we see on Telegram and stuff like that, is that they adopted it a lot more aggressively or faster. Is that the case?
I'm not really familiar with the real behavior of the fiber optics.
Sure.
I've heard of some successful usage.
Sure.
Cannot tell you really much about, because like that's a new technology and I see more like cons than pros from this technology, but at some point of time In some case scenario, that's the only usable thing to do. So if so, yeah, they using it, we are using it,
Yeah.
and it's become a thing.
So what have they done really successfully with their UAVs? Is it they put them on different channels so the EW is harder to use? Is it they have neat haptics?
EW don't have effect on the fiber optic.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, just
In general.
Yeah, in general.
In general, it's always like vice versa. It's always here and there. Because like we have line of EWs from different manufacturers, from different side of the world. They have coverage. So basically at any UAV, we have effect from the both sides.
Yep.
At some point of time, I figured out that at one UAV, it was like 8 beams of jamming at the same point, at the same time.
Yeah.
That's why like it's always what you can do about how you're gonna bring the solution. Is it gonna be more powerful or you're gonna go lower, higher? It's like more about technologies and tricks that I'm not gonna say in the
Of course.
out loud, but that's always find solution, try solution, bring solution within 2 weeks, bringing you one. That's it. That's always like, yes, as I said earlier, it's like any technology would live 3-4 months.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
And then they will adjust to it and you're not going to be effective anymore. So you need to readjust your solution or bring something new. Lowest terms of bureaucracy you can imagine.
Yeah.
What does it take?
What do you guys, what's the next big evolution in the drone conflict?
Big evolution is going to be, from my point of view, it's going to be AI involved into it more and more. Big evolution going to be finding heat at the same time.
Sure.
Without like, and at some point of time, it's still the drones. I'm sorry, doesn't matter. It's going to be ground drones or air vehicles. It's going to be differentiation in terms of quality and price. Sometimes you want to bring quantity with a less pricey thing. At some point, it's going to be like more expensive.
Sure.
Equipment with more like specific targeting or mission requirements. Because when you understand the basic thing, when like $500 FPV drone can hit, I don't know how do you call it in English, but let's call it piece of equipment with the price of $15 million.
Sure.
At some point of time, it's makes no sense to bring that kind of ammunition to the front line if it can be destroyed with like price of $500. Yes, I understand that's like some investment in terms like training the pilot, equipping the pilot, but it's still nothing in compared to like $15 million piece of equipment. Of course. And at some point of time, it's going to be reevaluation of the things. I don't know how, I don't know what's going to be the result of that.
Yeah.
But like burn $6-7 million tank.
Yeah.
With the RPG charge and $1,000 drone.
Yeah. You know, when you say that, I just think about how a year ago you didn't see the barbecues on any of the tanks, right?
Yeah.
And now they're on every single one. One of the things I see. So when you guys were driving down from Los Angeles, you went by the Marine base, okay? And when they'll go do their exercises, okay? And their Bradleys and their Abrams, no barbecue. So they're not facing it today, but if drones are going to go everywhere, and now we're seeing them in Africa, we saw Syria, we're seeing Asia, like you're saying, for $1,000 USD, you can blow up a $8 million tank, right? So that's like a change that I get concerned that maybe even the NATO allies and the US don't understand just how like cheap and plentiful the quadcopters can be. You know what I mean? So when you get equipment from NATO allies or you get equipment from the US or whoever, how much modification are you guys having to make to that equipment so that it will work in theater?
To be honest, I don't have a straight answer. Questions? I'm not the Bradley operator.
Yeah.
I'm like not operating 777. Yeah. Yep. I still didn't touch the HIMARS.
No, it's not
like that. Yeah. So like,
how about just US drones though? When you get US drones or European drones?
If you have like extra minute, I can explain you my experience on that, because like I've seen a bunch of companies trying to step into this work with their technologies and stuff like that. A lot of them was tested even not on the front line, but somewhere behind, just feed out. Was the pros, was the cons, was the real case that it can be used, and so on, so on, so on. And many times you pointing to manufacturer what's wrong, what's not gonna work, what's impossible to do, or like it's not gonna be like that. You're doing that wrong. Not because I think so, because I have experience and I can see already. So you want to do the same step and then figure it out. And bunch of manufacturers decide to not go in there, to not put a bunch of effort into it, because there is still like 99.9% of the world that don't need it now, and they would still buy it. Not a lot of manufacturers understand that if your capability is good for this war, you're going to be good for the rest of the world.
Yes.
Yes, you need to put a bunch of effort into it. You need to bring new technology. You need to redesign some stuff or rethink about some solutions. But it comes with investments.
Right.
But if you're not doing that you are behind and you're not going to be used.
Right.
And that's why like it's really small percentage are still capable to perform. Because there's like a big thing about getting the right feedback from the front line. So this is not working. Let's do it another way. But you can get it from the pilot that cannot explain what he thinks or what he saw. Or what he saw and think that's a different thing. That's why like it's always a game of doing something and trying to be in front of everyone else. If you're not doing that, you're already behind. That's why everything that comes, I'm not going to tell you the name of this company, US company. They show up, we did some tests, we wrote like 3-4 pages of what's supposed to be them, to be close to be used. Within a year, they show up again and like, we are hell of a better. It's absolutely new thing. We're gonna be best of the best of the best. No. They changed the antennas and some small behavior thing. That's it.
That's it. You gave them the answer to the homework.
That's why, like, it's not about the companies in general or like about some specific companies.
Yeah.
It's all about the approach.
It's about the approach, the modifications, the improvements.
Yes.
Yeah. So Ukraine field. Yeah, the test field, it's the gold standard. If you can make it work there, you should be able to make it work just about anywhere else.
Exactly.
Right.
Because at this point of time, I don't know, the worst, how do you call it? What's the worst environment for any type of vehicles, UAVs, you can call it.
EW, all that stuff.
Whatever.
Yep.
But if we're here,
it'll be good elsewhere. Right. Do you think that enough companies that are not Ukrainian, because the Ukrainian companies, they understand this. You guys are fighting for this.
It's not true.
No, you don't. Okay.
No.
No.
Even some Ukrainian don't understand that.
And why is that?
We all equal.
Sure.
Some managers, they are still people.
Hmm.
Somebody making wrong decisions, bring you wrong solutions, put in effort in something they believe in that wasn't tested, or they have a chance to survive. Survivability. I'm sorry, I'm not going to repeat that word anymore.
No, you got it. You did it. You did a good job there.
But it's still all about the people. It doesn't matter you Ukrainian, US guy, or British. It doesn't. It's all behind those people who are making decisions. That's my opinion, at least.
Thanks for listening to the Drone Wars podcast. Each week, we bring you fascinating conversations with leaders shaping the future of air, sea, land, and space technologies. Catch new episodes every Tuesday wherever podcasts can be found. Until then, we'll see you next time.